My grandmother used to say gardens keep a family's slow moments safe. Summer picnics, whispered secrets, and tea on the porch. This front yard started as a forgotten patch. Using her philosophy, I layered stone, salvaged wood, and perennial plantings so the space would age gracefully and tell new stories for years to come. In this video, I'll walk you through the design decisions and how to choose plants that reward patience. Greetings from Freshums. We're here to bring your dream home and garden to life with fun and practical tips. Don't forget to subscribe and share this video with your friends who love design as much as you do. Stretch your budget without sacrificing charm by focusing on texture and repeat elements. Choose inexpensive but character-rich materials. Pea gravel, salvaged bricks, and weathered wood. And repeat a small palette of plants, lavender, salvia, ornamental grasses, to create rhythm. Group inexpensive containers rather than buying many individual planters. Cluster small pots on a bench or staggered shelves for a curated look. Use thrifted or upcycled accents like a metal bucket, old ladder, or a second-hand bench to add focal points. Prioritize soil improvement and mulch to make plants thrive with minimal upkeep. The key is restraint. A few well-chosen rustic pieces and consistent plant choices read as intentional design rather than clutter. Love fresh home and garden design? Scan the QR code and join the Freshums WhatsApp channel for quick styling tips and early access to new videos. In tight spaces, a strong layout makes all the difference. Start by defining a clear circulation path from sidewalk to door. A narrow gravel or stepping stone route feels rustic and practical. Create small rooms with low hedges, grouping, or differing ground covers to add depth. Keep the focal point near the entry. A modest bench, planter, or vintage urn draws the eye and anchors the composition. Work with scale. Choose narrow, vertical plants and compact shrubs to save space while still providing texture. Sketch a simple plan to test placements before installing to avoid rework. This step-by-step approach ensures your small front yard will be both functional and visually balanced. Select plants that combine hardiness, texture, and seasonal interest. Lavender, catmint, salvia, and sedum offer drought tolerance and a relaxed cottage vibe. For structure, use compact shrubs like dwarf boxwood, hebe, or cotoneaster. Layer with ornamental grasses, pennisetum, hamon, or carex varieties, and trailing plants in containers to soften edges. Add spring bulbs, tulips, alliums, for bursts of color, and late-season perennials, asters, rudbeckias, for autumn interest. Native ground covers reduce mowing and maintenance while supporting pollinators. The aim is to mix long-lived perennials with a few annuals for color, keeping the palette cohesive so the small space reads as unified rather than busy. Reclaimed wood planters add immediate rustic character and are a perfect DIY project for small yards. Use pallet boards or salvaged fence planks to build shallow, wide boxes, ideal for herbs, mixed annuals, or shallow-rooted perennials. Treat wood with a non-toxic sealant or line the boxes with heavy-duty landscape fabric to extend life without harming plants. Elevated or tiered planters conserve ground space and create vertical interest. Paint or whitewash selectively to introduce a soft cottage tone, or leave wood raw to allow natural weathering. These planters are a visual anchor and can be moved or reconfigured as your garden evolves. Pathways define movement and set mood. For a rustic small yard, choose low-cost, low-upkeep options. Decomposed granite, pea gravel, or irregular flagstone laid with gaps filled by time or creeping sedum. Narrow stepping stone routes reduce material use while creating charm. Edge paths with reclaimed brick or small timber to contain gravel and maintain a clean line. A simple gravel path requires occasional raking and topping up, but it allows water permeability and suits a relaxed aesthetic. Lighting along the path, solar lanterns or low bollards, enhances safety and ambience without heavy wiring. Cottage-style planting works well in small yards because it maximizes visual abundance in a compact footprint. Combine airy perennials like foxglove and lady's mantle with mounded herbs, rosemary, thyme, and low-spreading plants, campanula phlox. Use repetition of 3 to 5 species for cohesion, and choose varying bloom times to extend color across seasons. Include filler foliage, silver lamb's ear or sage, for texture between blooms. Keep height transitions gradual. Taller specimens at the back, mid-sized perennials in the middle, and ground covers at the front. This layered effect creates a lush, lived-in look that feels timeless and approachable. Lighting transforms a tiny front yard into an inviting evening space. Opt for warm-toned solar string lights draped over a small pergola or along a fence for instant atmosphere. Ground-level path lights or stake lanterns highlight walkways without overpowering the scene. For a rustic touch, repurpose mason jars with LED tea lights or hang metal lanterns from shepherd hooks. Aim for subtlety. Soft pools of light that accentuate textures and focal points rather than floodlighting. Timers or solar options keep maintenance low, while making your front yard feel cozy and safe after dusk. Hardscape choices can visually enlarge a small yard. Light-colored gravel reflects sunlight and creates a sense of openness. Strategic placement of larger flat stones forms stepping patterns that guide the eye. Use contrasting textures, coarse gravel next to smooth flagstone, to create perceived depth. Ground cover between stones helps soften edges and break up hard surfaces. Keep planting islands small and clustered to maintain open sight lines. A minimalist gravel field punctuated by a few sculptural plants often reads larger than a densely planted area and suits rustic palates beautifully. When width is limited, go vertical. Wall-mounted planters, pallet gardens, hanging galvanized buckets, or simple trellises with climbing roses or clematis add planting area without stealing ground space. Vertical elements also create privacy and visual height, drawing eyes upward and making the yard feel larger. Use modular planting pockets for herbs and succulents, and staggered tiers to create depth. Choose lightweight materials to avoid damage to fences, and use drip irrigation or easy water systems to keep vertical walls low maintenance. Design a rustic front yard that supports bees, butterflies, and beneficial insects by including native nectar-rich plants. Plant continuous bloomings, early crocus and willow for spring, lavender and echinacea for summer, and aster for fall. Avoid sterile cultivars and minimize pesticide use to protect pollinators. Provide simple water sources like shallow dishes with stones and include plant diversity, flowering herbs, perennials, and native grasses. Cluster plantings to make foraging easy and choose a variety of bloom shapes to suit different pollinators. This approach adds life and movement to your small front yard while supporting local ecology. Small front yards can feel new each season with a few smart accents. In spring, add bulb drifts and painted pots. Summer calls for hanging baskets and dried stem displays. Autumn benefits from pumpkins, weathered crates, and warm textiles at the entry. Winter works with evergreen boughs, lanterns, and a rustic wreath. Swap small elements rather than major features to keep costs and effort low. Seasonal accents are an easy way to refresh curb appeal and keep the space feeling cared for year-round. Privacy doesn't require tall fences. Use low rustic screens, reclaimed lattice panels, woven willow hurdles, or staggered timber slats to create intimate nooks while maintaining an open feel. Combine screens with climbing plants like honeysuckle or jasmine to soften structure and add fragrance. For flexibility, create movable planter screen combos on casters, or use freestanding trellises that can be relocated as needed. These solutions provide privacy for seating areas and define space without overwhelming a small yard. Design for water-wise beauty by prioritizing drought-tolerant plants and mulched beds. Mediterranean herbs, rosemary, lavender, succulents, and native grasses thrive with less water and lend a rustic Mediterranean cottage look. Group plants by water needs, hydrozoning, to optimize irrigation. Use porous paving and mulch to retain moisture and reduce evaporation. Drought-friendly designs are lower maintenance, budget-friendly in the long run, and ideal for busy homeowners who want a rustic aesthetic that endures through dry spells. Sustainability and style marry well in the rustic yard. Turn an old wheelbarrow into a rolling planter, convert glass bottles into border accents, or use stacked reclaimed bricks for raised beds. Repurposed items tell a story and add character while keeping costs down. Finish with natural paints or allow a weathered patina to develop for authenticity. These eco-conscious touches are not only visually appealing, but also reinforce the lived-in, timeless quality of rustic design. Your entry is the face of the home, even more so in a small yard. Frame the path with matching planters. Add a comfortable bench or a pair of rustic chairs if space permits, and incorporate a textured doormat and weathered door decor. Use symmetry subtly, matching pots or twin lanterns, to create a composed and welcoming approach. Soft, fragrant plants near the door, lavender, rosemary, heighten appeal. Small, intentional choices at the entry provide maximum perceived value and a lasting first impression. If this resonated, share this video with someone who loves slow design, and subscribe for more projects that blend memory with craft. Tell me one plant or item you'd add. I read every comment and often feature viewer ideas.